Connor Hellebuyck deserves far better than what he's gotten out of the Winnipeg Jets through this season, through the season prior, all the way back to the 2018-2019 season. He deserves far better than what this team has put in front of him. Connor Hellebuyck is the Winnipeg Jets right now. You take Hellebuyck out of that, and, 9 times out of 10, the Jets aren't winning that night. It is so crazy how important this guy is to the team and how much he bails the Jets out night in and night out and gives them points in the standings. And the reason that the Jets are near the top of the Central to start the season, I don't think that'll last long. I don't know how he could possibly do that all season long. It's just not possible. And it's frustrating because there is talent in front of him. And it feels like the effort level just isn't there. I feel like we are just leaving this guy out to dry every single night. That first period back against LA, horrific. Hellebuyck's the only reason that the Jets were in that game and the only reason that they had a chance to win that one. In the Vegas game, exact same story. Just underachieving, not playing well. And this happens about 9 out of 10 games, and Hellebuyck has to bail them out. And then if the Jets do figure it out in the third period, then, they come out looking great, smelling like roses, and everybody only remembers the win. But that's not sustainable. And we saw that last year with the Jets. They won a lot of games that they probably shouldn't have won. And they went 9-3-3, I believe was the record. And then from there, just straight in the tank. And this season, the way it's going right now with Hellebuyck bailing out the Jets, stopping like 45 shots a night, and the Jets are just scrounging out a win that they definitely don't deserve. The last 3, they definitely haven't deserved. Started with the LA game, as I talked about before. Then you move on into Arizona, who's just a horrible team, and you play down to the competition again. And the Jets just kind of let that first half get away from them. They did recover and win, but it's against Arizona. You better win that game. And then the game against Vegas, which is definitely the worst game of the year, getting completely outplayed. I think the Jets had 8 shots through 2 periods. That just can't happen. And you can find whatever excuse you want, but it's unacceptable. And I know this isn't a new take or anything like that. It's not groundbreaking news that Connor Hellebuyck has been carrying the Jets the last few years, but it's just heartbreaking to see that the team in front of him just can't put it together, and we're just wasting Hellebuyck. I don't know what this team has to do. I don't think that this core is it. I don't think this is a core that's going to run it back or whatever they envision doing. The defense is incredibly inconsistent. The offense is dry. This team just doesn't have it, and it's so clear. And, whatever, and I'm talking about a loss and everything like that, and you guys are going to say, oh, well, they won, it doesn't matter, a win's a win. But these aren't sustainable. As I talked about before, we saw that last season. The Jets were winning a lot of games that they were trailing in, and, eventually that caught up with them, and that way of winning wasn't sustainable, and they had a pretty not great year, sitting right in the middle of the pack, missing the playoffs. And that's something that I can definitely see starting again if the Jets don't, figure out how to play 60 minutes. They haven't played a consistent 60-minute game, 2 games in a row, since probably 2018, 2019. I don't know what they have to do, but clearly something needs to change. I don't know if it's the players. I don't know if it's what's being said in the locker room. I don't know what it could possibly be to be this inconsistent. It's like one night half the team plays great, one night the other half of the team plays great, and then some nights nobody plays great except Connor Hellebuyck. It's frustrating as a fan to see this because some teams go out and they make a conscious effort to make change in the offseason, and we didn't do that this offseason, obviously, and everybody said, oh, well, look at the team on paper, and that's fine and great and everything. The team on paper looks fine when everyone's healthy. However, even when healthy, it's probably only a bubble team, and if you get into the playoffs, it's probably because Connor Hellebuyck is out there saving your bacon every single night. And I don't know what they have to do to change. I would think maybe you make a trade, do something that makes sense. There's a few teams that are looking to make moves right now. Either they're not happy with their team, whatever, doesn't matter. But the Jets need to figure out something. They still have an obvious hole in the middle six. There's nobody that can fill in if somebody in the top six gets hurt. Mason Appleton is not doing a very good job. Shocker. I know we're all shocked about that, but he's not a top six player, and he's being put in a role where he's not going to succeed, and it's unfortunate for him, where he probably should be on the third or the fourth line, but right now that's what we've got, and that's just not good enough. But the point of this video is that Connor Hellebuyck consistently has been bailing the Jets out for the last 3 to 4 seasons, and I feel horrible for the guy. There's no reciprocation back. The team is just not putting in the effort in front of them, night in, night out. Sometimes they're getting wins, and sometimes they're just not, right? More than often, Connor Hellebuyck is bailing out this team, and if your thought process is, oh, well, we just have to do that every game, that's just not going to happen. He is going to get tired, and it is going to slow down. The production will slow down if we keep running Hellebuyck into the ground, facing 45 shots a night, whatever. There is no other team in the league that allows that many shots and comes away with the amount of wins that the Jets do undeservingly, just because of how good he really is. And a lot of people seem to forget how good he really is, and he's showing it tenfold this season. And I'm really happy for him. I'm happy he's having a good season. But I wish the Jets could cut down the shots by like 10 to 15 and get it to a reasonable 30 a game, because this is just crazy. This guy better be, he better not be paying for dinners anytime soon. He better be getting a lot of free meals, because this guy, time and time again, has stuck his neck out for this team and really done a great job. And, the Jets get a point against Vegas, and they honestly deserve to be shelled 10-0. That effort level was horrific, and I don't see the Jets changing, because they haven't changed for the last 3 years. But God, I really hope they do, because this is tough to watch early on here. And obviously, I'm happy with getting wins. I'm happy with getting points and, beating good teams, even if we don't deserve it. But the problem is it's not sustainable. I've talked about this probably a cajillion times here on the channel, and I wish it would change. I don't see it happening, but I don't know. I just wanted to talk about how great Connor Hellebuyck is. I'm gonna leave the video there. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on the season so far is, and where you see this team going, because this looks eerily similar to last season, the way it's gone. And I really hope it's not a repeat of last year, because that was a really deflating year, and really the only bright spot was Connor Hellebuyck. And, if you want to throw in Cole Perfetti, sure. But this team needs change so bad, whether that's a trade, I don't know anything. But they have to do something. Call somebody up, change some stuff up, I don't know. But they got to figure something out here, or it's going to be 2021, 2022 all over again, and I really don't want to deal with that. The fan base doesn't want to deal with that, and the Jets don't want to deal with that. So with that said, that's all I got. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.